Purgatorio from BIT 3A Comtech Day. This is my reaction video about the topics given by Mr. Marnel Escabas. Microprocessor versus microcontroller. Microprocessor is a semiconductor device consisting of electronic logic circuit, and microcontroller is a chip optimized to control electronic devices. Differences of microcontroller and microprocessor. Microprocessor consists of only central processing unit, whereas microcontroller contains CPU, memory, input and output, all integrated into one chip. Microprocessor use personal computer, whereas microcontroller used in an embedded system. There are components of microprocessor and microcontroller. First, CPU stands for Central Processing Unit, principal part of only digital computer system, generally composed of the main memory, control unit, and arithmetic logic unit. Second, input and output, used to input and output instruction of data. Third, the bus, address bus, and data bus. Bus is a group of lines used of transfer unit between the microprocessor and the components of the computer system. Address bus is a computer bus architecture. It is used to transfer data between devices. Data bus is a system within a computer or devices connected of connector or set of wires that products transportation for data. Memory, RAM and ROM. Memory stores instructions and data. RAM, Random Access Memory, is the hardware and computing device where the operating system or OS, application programs and data and current use and kept so they can be quickly reached by the device's processor. Read-only memory or ROM. It refers to computer memory chips containing permanent or semi-permanent data. The fifth, timer, counter or timer. Hardware is a crucial component of the most embedded system. In some cases, a timer is needed to measure or elapse time. In others, we want to count or time some external events. 6. Interrupt is sometimes abbreviated as INTR and is a command or request. 7. Parallel port is found on the back of IBM compatible computers and is a 25 pin type of DB225 computer interface commonly used to connect printers to the computer. The last, serial ports, are usually identified on IBM compatible computer as COM or communications ports. For example, a mouse might connect to COM1 and a modem COM2. Intel 4004, year 1971. The most basic and the start of the 4-bit microprocessor. Imagine, at that time, it has the capacity of 4 kilobyte main memory, which is the slowest speed up to this date and very far from our current CPU. Intel 8008, year 1972, 8-bit version 4004, 16 kilobytes main memory, and the slowest speed. Intel 8080, year 1973, 8-bit microprocessor. A small computer or microcomputers were designed in early 1970s using 8080s as CPU and 64 kilobytes main memory. Intel 8085, year 1975. 8-bit microprocessor, upgraded version of 8080. 64 kilobytes main memory. Uses only one 5 volts and power supply. Intel 8086 to 8088, year 1978 to 1979. The second generation of the basic microprocessor, bit and 8-bit, respectively defines the slow speed, but at the time, it was fast enough for basic work. And 1981, IBM put this chip and 888 and the personal computer. Intel 80186, year 1982. This is the basic speed of microprocessor to perform the AC calculation. And having only 1 MB main memory, it will have the slowest multitasking. Intel 80286, year 1983, 16-bit, it is one of the oldest speed and history of the processor. Having 16 MB at the time is like a huge memory for basic multitasking. Intel Pentium, year 1993. The pioneer and the Pentium version. The start of 4 gig of main memory. It doubles the clock speed 120 to 133 MHz version. The fastest version is the 233 MHz with dual integer processor. Intel Pentium Pro, year 1995. This microprocessor is introduced in the server market where they improve the processor its processing capacity. It has 32-bit microprocessor, 64 main memory. Intel Pentium 2, year 1997. 32-bit microprocessor and 64-bit data bus and 36-bit address. Intel Pentium 3, year 1999. This is revolutionary because it doubled the speed from 16 to 32-bit microprocessor. And adding 64 gig main memory is a huge step up to feel a much faster processing and multitasking. It will have a clock speed of 1 GHz and mode possible P. Intel Pentium 4, year 2002. This is an evolution of the previous version. They accept more hyper-threading, which makes a processor a bit faster. It can run for having 1.4 to 1.9 GHz and clock speed. It is also a specialized for streaming videos and games.